Welcome to Mug This is Mug talking, and today we have the Monday analysis. So yeah, we're going to talk about all of the PQs that happened this weekend, and we have a bunch. This was the first weekend of PQs of the Secrets of Power. So let's start here with this in Coruña in Spain, and this is kind of funny. Look at this. Like we have four Han Solo, one green. Like we have a data ball, but it's green in the top four. 3 Anakin data vault in the top 8 and 1 Piet. So let's start here with the list. We have here an Anakin data vault. I'm not going to show like the 3 because like it's pretty much similar. We can just like trade 1 or 2 copies of cards or something like that. But yeah, this one I think it's pretty standard. The only thing that they don't have too much in other lists is choose sides, I think. I really like Chen Zindul and I think this is just amazing. Like against Han Solo is really good because if they use just the ability and they once you use to like deploy Han Solo earlier, you can just play Chen Zindul and now you can deploy Anakin, which is really good. We have Bounty Hunter's Query here to like continue to play more units with Cope Vamp too. So this deck is really great. It's probably one of the best, like in the probably the best decks in the meta right now. Here we have the Piet Red. It's really fun to see a Piet Red here, and this was not the only one that made top 8 this weekend, which is interesting too. Like, we didn't see too much Piet, and now we have like at least 2, I think maybe 3 top 8s this weekend, which is good. This is really like standard version. I don't think we have like nothing uncommon here, to be honest. Really good. Here we have the winner, the Patrick Redondo, I think. This one is interesting because we have Queen Amidala here. It's not every Han Solo list that plays with it. Like some lists is like more focused in the space and have only ground units if it's like Han Solo Pilot and Captain Type because it's a decent Sentinel for sure. And the late game cards like cost 7 kind of stuff. L3 for sure too, that you can play with smoke and kind of stuff. This one have a cost 2 unit for turn 1, which is interesting. I don't think I saw this before in other lists. Most of the time we have only the cost 3 and L3 and maybe R2 D2 like the yellow version. So yeah, I think Han Solo 1 is like for sure one of the best decks too. Like in this PQ we have the 3 Anakin in the top 8 and 4 Anakin in the top 4. So like really interesting to see like this, like top 4 and finalists in champion. I think you guys got it. The deck is really good. Like if you like Han Solo wants to play like full space like in the early game, you can just play Millennium Falcon tier 1 and play the Chewbacca there. Like there's some decks that just don't have nothing to do against this, so it's like really good. Like sometimes we have decks that can do something about it, but maybe they just don't draw. Like we have some decks like I saw a Sabeh thing, or was it Quill? I don't remember now, that plays with Fang Fighter in the main. I think it was Luke. Yeah, Fang Fighter in the main deck. If they don't have like turn 2 this, and maybe they don't like even believe they can't defeat your Millennium Falcon, so it's kind of weird. Like if you just play Chewbacca in some match. So yeah, it's really strong. And here we have the Planetary card full of Paris, and we have some interesting things here to say. Like we have this 1000 red that we don't see too much right now. Like we won Electric Championship, one regional, but we don't have like a bunch of thousands in the top 8s in the PQs and kind of stuff. Have a Chancellor Palpatine, Sabine, Han Solo Yellow. So let's see the list here. Here we have first the Mother 1000 made the top 8. This one looks really different than the previous 1000s version. Like we have images powers that I never saw before in 1000. Like for sure this is a new deck, like a new set, a new card from the new set. So yeah, it makes sense that we didn't have seen it before. We have Sorcerer's Blast to give like 3 damage using the Force. This is interesting too. Like more events, maybe deal with the space. Like for just 1 resource instead of like paying open fire to do 4 damage, but you need to pay 3 resources. You just pay 1 for 3 damage. Looks interesting. Just 1 hot shot. We still have Krennic, so we can play like a bunch of wind-affiliated cards for 1 less, which is good. 1 no disintegration, and here we have 1 Mirage Centel. There's a 3/7. While a friendly unit is attacking a damaged unit, the attack gains overwhelm. When play, you may deal 3 damage to an undamaged unit. Looks interesting. Like in the turn with 5 resources we have to deploy, so maybe you're going to trigger the 1000 ability twice, so you can use the leader side first, then the deployed side, so you can do like 5 damage with this Mirage Centel, like 3 damage with the Mirage Centel, then use 1000's ability, then deploy 1000 attack and give him a -1/-1, and still can pass damage to the base with the overrun, which is interesting too. Yeah. And for the late game, we have Anakin, the Sun, Devastator. I think this is kind of standard. Some lists don't use Devastator, but the Sun, like I think, is like a keeper for sure. Here we have a Sabine ECL, and this one is interesting too. Like we have the Kazuda Sion, like that is a new card for the new set, and looks like is a keeper too. Like these have rate 2, and if your opponent, like if you have fewer resources than an opponent, so this is like for instance, like if at least one player have more resources than you, this will trigger. He gains +2, so he goes to 4/6 and still have rate 2, so it's like 6/6 is a lot for 4 souls. Like Poe can take for 6 or 8 sometimes if you just discard a card, but yeah, he's a 6/6 because it will be like a 4/6 rate 2, which for 1 less resource, which is really good. And he will have Out and Ring Constable. Like this is like a confiscate for 2, but you put a body in the board, which is amazing. Like just a 4/2. Like one more resource to put a 3/1 in the board. So looks interesting. Like we saw before, like we have a bunch of Han Solo 1 green in the meta right now. So we have a bunch of Chewie, Luke pilot and kind of stuff, Han Solo pilot. So this can be really good. He will have the Chancellor Palpatine, and I was looking for when I saw that the Chancellor Palpatine made it at the top 8. I was clicking to see the deck. And it's really different, this one. Like this one runs with 3 Condemned. I like this card. I think this card at post rotation will be so like in any villainy blue deck probably. We have here Dadra Mirror that is interesting too. Like we don't have I never seen this card playing before in any deck. Ambush on attack, you create a spy token, which is interesting. We have here First Light, okay, makes sense with plot with Chancellor Palpatine, but we have Lando Calrissian. Yes, great. One player you may choose an enemy unit and another friendly unit, friendly non-leader unit. If you do, heal 6 damage on your base and enemy unit capture your unit. Looks interesting. I'm probably going to play this success for sure. And here we have Han Solo Data Vault made top 4. We have a bunch of Han Solo ECL right now. We saw this in the last set too, but this one is a Data Vault. This one played with Kazuda, and it makes sense because you can play like this for, like in turn 2 for 3 resources. You're going to play a 2/4 that have rate 2. So interested too. We have Queen Medalla for sure. Han Solo with Queen is just really good. This we have C3PO here, the new C3PO, which is interesting too. Like you can play like for 0 turn 1 if you want. With damage as a 1/1, you can use the actions ability just to give +2 to something to just buff and do more damage in the base. Looks interesting. Yeah, I might try this one for sure. And he will have the Han Solo Yellow. I used to play Han Solo Yellow in set 2, so I really want to play this to see how it goes. How it goes like in this set 6 meta. And like this one won a PQ, so maybe can be good, right? Like I miss play with Cunning. Cunning's so good. Like you can just like this is like the ultimate tempo card that we have in Star Wars Limit. Like you can just exhaust units in Bounce 1, or like it's so flexible. You can just exhaust 2, maybe give +4 to your units to put more pressure. Really great card. And we don't have like too many additions here. I think only Faith in Your Friends. Even in the sideboard here, he's have 1 Jar Jar Binks. I don't know if this is just a meme. But yeah, Luke is interesting. Like I might try this one for sure too. He will have in Namur. So this one will have some decks to say here. Like we have Kranich ECL that I don't see for a while, for months. I don't see like in top 8. We have Palpatine Yellow, Han Solo 2 Blue, and Han Solo 2 Blue with the Force, and another Piet. So let's go to the list here. We have Kranich ECL. I think this is a pretty standard version. Like we can see like a Kira playing like with the almost the same decks, the same cards. We don't have like Chancellor Palpatine with Kira. I know that, but we have some other cards like almost all of the other cards can be played and Kira for sure. Annihilator is interesting to see here. Like the cost 11 is really expensive to play this, and he's playing with 1 in the main deck. 2 Traitors, 3 Craven Power, and 2 Overrun Barrage. This is different. I think most of the decks want to play more with Overrun Barrage because you can splash more damage. But yeah, it makes sense because Kranich can't do too much damage with Overrun Barrage. Like if you have only Kranich in the board, you're just going to use Overrun Barrage for 4. Kira can do for 6, but she does damage when she deploy, like half of the damage, half of the HP of the other units. So you're going to do like with Overrun Barrage, you just can clean the board. Kranich can't do that, so Craven Power makes sense. I think like you can deal with 1 single unit, then the next turn if you have Overrun Barrage you can do for 6, and now you have a 4/9 leader with Restore 2. Maybe can attack for 5 if you like attack something else. So yeah, good. Here we have a Han Solo 2 blue, not with the Force. This is just blue. I have 3 Chen Syndulla. He was hoping like to face ramp decks for sure. 3 Captain Rex that we can play for 5. This is a 7/5 cent now. Like, is a lot. And we have Volca-10 that you can play for 8 too. Like, I really want to play with this deck. I want to test this deck. Looks really aggressive too. Yeah, and we'll have the Kazuda for sure. Galen is an interesting choice. We can play turn 2 if we want as a 3/3. It's really easy to defeat it, but against some specific decks, maybe can be good, right? Maybe against Vader, you could just play this turn 2 and say Victor Leader if they already play, and just now Victor Leader is just a 2/4 that doesn't do nothing. So I don't know, something like that. Here we have a Emperor Palpatine yellow. I think this is like pretty standard too. Like, we don't have too much to say here. We have 1 troll here, 1 addition, only 1, and this 2 of this lurking ship fighter. When play, you may exhaust a unit. So I don't know. Like, this have plot. Maybe he wants to play this more with plot, cause maybe you're just going to deploy, take control of something, and maybe your opponent still have like have 2 big units. Then you're going to take control of 1, then you can deploy, play with plot this to exhaust the other one. So maybe you control the board, give you more time. Maybe that's why, because we have the I think it's Carto spaces cost 2 that like when play you exhaust a unit, but it's just for 4 resources or less, I think, right? Yeah, so it makes sense. Yeah, to stop something like this for tempo deck. Like Palpatine like try to work like a tempo deck. Is a more mid-range, but he wants to take control of the game, like, and he wants to try to survive till his deploy, you know. So makes sense. And here we have Han Solo 2 blue with the Force. I think this one is pretty standard. No, it's not. We have this heroic arc. When play, if you control damage unit, you may deal 2 damage to enemy unit. Yeah, this will do damage if you play this as a turn 2, not just turn 2, but this is a cost 3, because you will play with damage, and this and then when play, don't say that like another unit, another damaged unit, so can be this one. So we'll play as a 4/1 and can do damage to 2 damage to something else, and it's not just in space, which is good. So you can do like I don't know. This with Grogu looks good. Like you can play like Grogu turn 1, then this turn 2, do 2 damage, and move 2 with Grogu. You can defeat something probably that your opponent played turn 1, like the 2/4 units and kind of stuff. Looks interesting. I think the other thing is like pretty standard. We have Pop the Rex Head and Force Lightning here to trigger Anakin twice for sure. Captain Rex, that is the new card. Looks good. But this one is not playing. Oh, okay. Not playing with 3 Kedimuna, just 2. Okay. Charismatic is just an amazing card for Han Solo. Oh my god. Here we have a Bristol PQ, and yes, we have here Silly Sun. If you don't know, Silly Sun have a channel here in the YouTube too. I already play with his list here in the channel, so he's a great content creator. So go there, check it out. And he wants a PQ with 83 players with Captain Phasma. That's it, like just amazing. So I will show the list, but first, sir, here let's start with the top 8. We have Han Solo Turkin Town. That is a deck that I thought this would be like the promise of this deck, of this set. I thought that this would be like the first, not the first, the best deck in the set 6, but it's not. We saw that Anakin, Data Vault, and Han Solo 1 green is like the tire ass right now, but Han Solo Turkin Town is not bad at all. It's a really strong deck. I think the main problem of it is that you need to have like an amazing deploy turn, you know, like you need to do like you need to deploy, ready all of your resources, then play a bunch of things, play your plot cards and kind of stuff. If you just don't do that, it's like really weird for you. And I think I don't know if like Han Solo 1 green looks better against it. I think I don't know. I didn't play them the match, so I don't know how it goes out, but like I said, like if you don't have a decent turn in the deploys, it's kind of bad, you know. But the deck is really strong. Like it's really aggressive. You're probably going to close a bunch of matches in turn 4. That is in the turn of your deploy. I think Anakin might suffer against this deck because Anakin is not that great in space. And this deck is perfect to finish Anakin in the turn of 5 resources. So you opponent not even going to deploy Anakin. So yeah. Here we have Yoda green with the Force, and this is interesting too. I like Yoda. I'm playing right now Raid Data Vault most of my time. Like all of the weeklies, I'm playing Raid Data Vault, and I like the hero blue green right now. I think is really strong right now with the red thing. And Yoda's really good. I like it's like Ray a little bit, like you want to hold to your deploy. Yoda's deploy is way better than Ray because we have Restore 2, Ray have 3, but we have the defeat a unit deploy like just by deploy Yoda, which is just really good. We have 4-9 bodies a lot, so I think Yoda wants to hold more the game. So we have here Traders, Vanquish, like to defeat units, try to take control of units, Spark of Hope and Resupply to ramp for sure. You always want to ramp here, like you can just ramp turn 2, then you can play the leader as a cost 5 units. You go to the grotto with ambush, defeat something. And this one is interesting because we have here Rule with Respect. That is a card that I never saw like been played before. A friendly unit captures each enemy non-leader unit that attacked your base this phase. Okay, like you can just deploy Yoda and your opponent have like maybe 3 or 4 units, they just attack your base and they think, okay, I can move on in the next turn. Then you just Rule with Respect, I take control, like I capture everything in my Yoda. Now I have like all besides all below my Yoda that is a 4-9. Deal with that, you know, looks good. And here we have the Captain Phasma green that won the PQ by Sileson, and for sure going to record a video that, with this deck for today gameplay. So I'm recording this like 2 a.m. right now, I think. Yeah, 2 a.m. So for sure, like I always post like 5 p.m. here from Brazil, like on my videos. So for sure here today, Monday, I will post the Captain Phasma green. Here we have a bunch of First Order cards for sure to play with Captain Phasma. We have this new First Order Trooper. I don't think this card is that great, but for sure for Captain Phasma makes sense because this is a First Order. When play, give an experience token to another friendly unit. This is just a cost 5 for 5, but have plot, so you can just deploy Captain Phasma if you don't have nothing else to do, like the turn maybe Overrun or something like that. You can just play this from plot and give you experience token to Captain Phasma. So now she's a 5/7, so it's really hard to do with a 5/7 to be honest. So yeah, looks interesting. I really want to play this, so congratulations that you won a PQ with this. So yeah, amazing. Here we have Logroño in Spain too. We have here another Chronic ECL, a bunch of Anakin Data Vault, more Yoda with Force, Boba Fett that I thought that it was going to be an amazing deck too, but yeah. And I picked this one to show this Kylo Ren Data Vault that we don't see too much. Oh, and now that I realize that you guys don't see this corner here, right? Most of the time. So sorry for that. So this one plays with 2 Devastator and 2 Annihilator, okay? Yeah, this is, I think it's pretty standard version of Kylo Ren. Right now we have this Condemn. I don't know if it's Condemn or Condemn. That is a new card. I think it's the only addition here. Even in the sideboard, no, we have hyperspace disaster for sure. Yeah, it makes sense. So 3 super lazy blasts, 2 hyperspace disasters. Like, I like this list a lot. I really like this list. I might try this one for sure. I was send to my friend of mine that he wants to play like he likes control decks, and then he asked me, what now you play more than me in Karabas, so what are you seeing about control? And I said to him, like, I'm not facing too many controls right now, and I play with Raid Data Vault, so all of the control decks is like so good to me because I have a bunch of value. So I really don't think control is good right now, but yeah, we have here a PQ winner, so I will send this to him for sure. Here we have Fiorentino. This one is interesting too. Look at this. We have another Han Solo Takatzel for sure, the Han Solo 4. We have here is Lai Moore that made a top 8, and this is the list that we're going to show here right now. Look at this, Baby Fortuna, Major Partagas, because we have a bunch of official cards. And if you don't know, Major Portugal gains +2/+2 this phase for each official that attacked before him. Like when another friendly official unit attacks, this unit get +2/+2 for this phase. So we have this is official, this is official, this is official. Okay, you're not going to attack with him first. So this is official, this is official, this is official, and just this. No, this is official too. Slimer is official, so yeah, we can just attack with a bunch of units in buff Major Portugal to attack for a bunch too. We have Emperor's Royal Guard even without Chancellor Palpatine, because like we saw, we have a bunch of officials, so this will be a Sentinel for sure. For each friendly official unit, exhaust enemy unit, so like this works as a tempo deck. Like if you have like 3 officials, you can just exhaust 3 units. And we still have Slimer to create more spy token. And I could be wrong, but this spy token is official? I think it is, right? I could be wrong, but I think it is. So yeah, we can trigger Major Portugal more easily with that. We have the Rams for sure. We change our shadow because we're going to like vomit our hand in the board so we can just capture more stuffs. In the late game here, we have Cat Bane mode. 3 choose sides to give your low cost units to your opponent and take something big. Give your opponent your spy tokens that you can create with Slimer for sure. Reinforcement Walker, Devastator. We have 2 Crucible because we're going to, like I said before, we're going to have a bunch of units in the board, so you can just give experience tokens to each other friendly unit. This can be really good. Create 5 spy tokens. I really need to send this to another friend of mine. He's a store owner here in my city, and he tries to play with Slimer. He played like in Friday the last weekly with Slimer Green. So I'm for sure going to show this. Like this made top 8. This is great. Like this is good deck, right? And here we have this is the meta. Okay, this one like have 28 plays, not so much, but this is the meta that I really want. I would love to play it. Look at this. We have here Watson per Tarkentown, Luke Skywalker. Okay, Luke Skywalker is not like, it is a rogue deck right now, but it's not like I don't know. Like I think it's more like off mat than rogue deck. I don't know. Like it looks good. We have Gar Saxon, we have Bosk. Look at this, like really different. So here we have the Watson per Tarkentown. This one is really different. I never saw before a list like this one. We have a bunch of cost 1 units, like to like a swarm deck. Like we're going to play a bunch of things. Like we don't have, not even have like we just have this as a cost 2 and not even have a cost 4. So he really wants to play with a bunch, like 2-3 units in a turn. We have this also back, so that have exploit 3, so we can play for free or maybe for 2, only 2 resources, like by exploit 2 units, something like that. And these units capture an enemy non-leader ground unit with cost equal to or less than the number of resources paid to play this unit. Okay. We have Superfluous Rated and Mode for the late game. I really want to try this one too. Like I have a bunch of decks to record in this week for sure. Here we have Luke Data Ball that I was saying. This one is like pretty standard too. Maybe Captain Typhon is a card that we don't see in every Luke Skywalker, but I'm pretty sure all of the other cards like in 100% of the Luke Skywalker, I think. Maybe Aggressive Negotiation is not. Yeah, maybe Aggressive Negotiation is not, but makes sense. Like it's one of the pumps that you can have with Luke, like because you didn't have too many pumps for red. I think we'll have like this one to give +2 to vehicle, but most of the pumps is yellow, so this one can be good. Sometimes can be clutch if you have like 4 cards. You know that you have Aggressive Negotiation in your hand, like maybe you have 3 cards, and you've seen, okay, it's lethal if I take for +4, so I can just claim because I'm going to draw 2 cards, then use this, so I'm going to take for +4 and my maybe Luke, Pilot and something. So yeah, it can be really clutch, really good. Here we have Gar Saxon ACL. I think this one is like really standard version. Like we don't have any differences here to talking about. Like over 3 Overbrush, 2 Curving Power. Shot is amazing with Gar Saxon. You can play this as a cost 3 if you play Krennic turn 1. This with ECL is just really good if you play Krennic. You can just defeat any turn 1 space unit with this if you play turn 2. Like Krennic turn 1, then maybe open and play like Green Squad. You just ECL turn 2 with Shuttle. You defeat it. Then after that you trigger the shield, which is good. We have Eminence Pulse that is so good with Gerd Saxon. We have Axie Wolves that is a 5, I think, because he gains +1/+1 with the shield. No, yeah, he's a 4/3 actually, 4/3, right? Really good if you just play Eminence Powers in Axe, is just amazing combo, right? And here we have a Bosk data bot. I love Bosk data bot. I like the green red mid-range deck, like Vader, like Bosk. And we don't have too much right now, and I like to see that this one made the final, lose to Anakin data ball that is like the tier S right now, so it kind of makes sense. But Bosk data ball is so good. I love this deck. But you like, I think the only problem with Boss Data, like the last time I played Boss Data Bot was in a weekly, and I just like, okay, I ramped, but I didn't draw well. I didn't draw like the late game cards. I just drawing like, I have like 8-9 resources, and I just draw like 2 price in your hand, 1 price in your hand and 1 resupply, and just, oh my god, I don't have nothing, and just like 1 price in your hand and 1 Bolt Hunter's Quarry, or just like 1. Not Imperial Doctor, because back in the day I don't have like maybe 1 Death Monk, something like that, and I just don't draw anything. And this happened, you know, like this is a trading card game. This like luck counts, but yeah, the deck is really fun, and I really want to try this one too. Here in another PQ we have this Sabat Turrican, the ones in Sarasota. This looks a lot like the Han Solo 4 Turrican, I think. Like, actually, no. This looks a lot like the Quillen Turrican version with the cost one version, you know. We have some other cards like this Cicatro Visago. I like this card. Like, on attack, reveal the top card of your deck, an opponent may pay 1. If they don't draw that card, like, probably going to draw. Most of the time you're going to draw. And it's like, for free? It's really good. Ibon Hawk. I like this card. Like, you can just attack for 5 like every turn, because you have like a bunch of hero cards, so you're going to trigger this really easy. If you play this turn 2, you can go with Han Solo as a pilot here, so you're going to attack for 7, and now it is a 5/6, so it's hard to defeat this one. And you're going to attack for 7, and if your opponent don't deal with this, is 7 again the next turn, just like 14 damage. If you're facing like Turrican, is more than half of the HP that the base have. So yeah, it looks good. Shanks in a Shuttle, because for sure we play with a bunch of cost 1. So like we not even have a cost 2 here. So you're going to play 2 units probably in turn 1. So your signature will trigger turn 2. You will have the coordinate if your opponent don't defeat your units. So you're probably going to capture something good. We'll have Falcon for sure. Looks good. I might test this one too. Here we'll have another Daedra, and I was looking for a Daedra hard control like this one. This plays with 2 tags, which is like different with Pillage for sure. Because Daedra like can do more damage if you have more cards than your opponent. But I don't know, like, looks interesting like the Pillage. I need to test this for sure. Like made top 4, so it looks a good deck. I don't remember right now how many players have in this PQ, but yeah, made top 4, so congratulations. And yeah, because right now we saw that I'm seeing like a bunch of Daedra Turrican that is a Nagra version, but I really want to try the Daedra hard control, and I found the list right now. And this is it. This is everything that I have to show here. Like, as you guys saw, we have a bunch of like rogue decks, and I saw a bunch of other decks too, but I don't have the deck list yet, and not in this competitive hub yet. I saw like a Fennec ACL, I think, something like that. So this is it. What do you guys think about all of the rogue decks, all of the meta decks too, all of them? About what do you think about the meta right now? Do you think that it is like healthy? I know that Han Solo 1 green and Anakin Data Vault was kind of dominating the meta. I know it is the tier S, but we always have a tier S. And I'm seeing like for the first weekend of the PQs, looks healthy. Like we have that PQ that we have like 4 Han Solo 1 Data Vault and 3 Anakin Data Vault that is. You can look at that and say, okay, we have a situation here. Maybe we need to do something. But if you see like other PQs, maybe we not even saw a Han Solo 1 green in the top 8, Anakin Data Vault in the top 8, and something like that. So, and we have like a bunch of rogue decks like in the top 8. We saw a Captain Phasma winning a PQ, so this is really good. So, what are you guys thinking about? Say it here in the comment, and see you in the next video.